My name is Dopper Ramapulana. I live in South Africa, Gauteng province in Alexandra. 70% of houses are made from reused corrugated iron and wood. Gun violence is common here, to the extent that not a week passed without the local radio station having to report at least 2 or 3 cases of gun violence. The shooting takes place at night, and often you hear gunshots until the early hours of the morning. In the early hours of a Saturday, a few years ago, I was woken up by gunshots, literally about 10 meters from the doorstep of my family's home. 3 young armed men had been attempting to rob my neighbor of his car. They shot through the windshield 3 times. Fortunately, he surrendered the car without getting shot. Young men are mostly the perpetrators and victims of gun violence in my community. I believe that the backbone of crime in most circumstances is extreme poverty and underprivileged conditions. Most of the time, young people in my community get involved in criminal activities to try to feed or support their families. At first, they try all formal ways of making money, but when those ways fail, they resort to criminal activities such as selling drugs, car hijacking, and house robberies. All these crimes are committed using a firearm, which results in gun violence when the victim stands up for themselves. There is also a toxic masculinity norm that contributes to gun violence. There has to be genuine opportunities for young people to work so that they can be able to take care of their families and not to be forced by poverty to turn to crime as a form of earning income. I also believe that there must be a good monitoring system to overlook illegal guns that are confiscated by the police or surrendered by civilians. Today, corrupt police can steal guns from the police storages and sell them back to the criminals in the streets. We have had enough. This has to end. By becoming a Humanium Metal Activist, I raise my voice and challenge the world to tackle the problem. Because gun violence is not a local problem, it is a global problem, and we must solve it together. I believe Humanium Metal is part of the solution. Melting down weapons prevents them from coming back out on the streets. It makes our areas safer. It saves lives. Humanium Metal also provides a platform where we can raise our voices and challenge the world to tackle the problem. Young people have an important role to play in this. We must build a safe future for our children. Poverty, exclusion, and gun violence is not a local problem. It is a global problem. Therefore, we must solve it together by fighting for equality, for democracy, for a better tomorrow. And we must do it now.